Okay, you guys. So I'm going to be asking you guys a couple questions. I'm going to be telling you guys about this week and what we're going to be doing. This is not like anything else. Let me hold on. Let me mute myself on YouTube. But you guys can also watch me on YouTube if that is easier so that you can actually chat with me. So let me drop that in the chat. Can you guys see my chat? Let's see. Everyone. There you go. So I'm letting you guys know that let me send this to Ashley. Ashley, I'm sending the YouTube link. No. Oh my goodness. Darn it all. I don't like it. We'll have this fixed by tomorrow. So hopefully we should be able to have the chat tomorrow night. Tonight is just me to say hello to you guys. You guys, I am so excited about you guys being here. I've been reading through your stories. If you haven't dropped your story in the Telegram chat, make sure that you do. Okay. Ashley said, put the link. I love my team because they are literally on it. So some of you guys might have had trouble because Allison logged in and she was under my account. And then when she left, guess what? It turned us off. So hopefully you guys are on here now. So what I wanted to do tonight, we usually do a little welcome and I tell you guys what to expect this week. I, true to form, have changed up some things. Now we're still doing the exact same classes. So tomorrow night, I'm going to be telling you guys all about fear. We're going to talk about the top fears like tearing your lady bits, going back for a C-section, harm happening to you and the baby. We're going to talk about your top fears, the fear of the unknown. I'm going to cover those fears, but more importantly, I'm going to talk to you about how to really handle your birth fears and the anxiety. One of the questions that we talked about in the Telegram group this week was anxiety. And a lot of you guys are struggling with anxiety. I mean, a lot of us struggle with anxiety. So, with your permission, I am getting certified in EFT tapping, and you guys can do some Googling to learn what that is. But EFT tapping is something you can learn and use along with the things that we're going to teach you for your birth. And it is so powerful. It's just one of the many tools that I have. We have over 50 labor coping tools for our students inside of the full birth program. But this week we're going to be talking on a few. I know some of you guys are getting ready to deliver and you're like, Trish, give me some nuggets. Okay. So I am. And I'm also going to be doing tapping with you guys after each class. So if you're not into it, you're like, I'm not anxious, I have no problems, you can hop off when the class is over. For those of you guys who are interested, every single night after the class, I'm going to go through tappings. So if you're not in the Telegram group, please get into the Telegram group. I'm going to drop the link right now. Telegram is free. It's a communication app, kind of like WhatsApp, but it's not owned by Meta because y'all know Facebook controls everything. And we really like Telegram. It's free. You can download it. You can get rid of it after the Fearless Birth Experience, unless you join our birth program, which is on sale, my biggest sale ever on Wednesday. But I'm going to give you guys the link. Let me grab it, download it, because here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to go in there tonight and tell me specifically, not generally, specifically, what are you struggling with? What fears? And then I'm going to pick some of those and we are going to work on tapping through specific anxiety, specific fears. What are you telling yourself? I know for me, when I was getting ready to have Grayson, I was older, I was on blood thinner, and one of my biggest fears was a postpartum hemorrhage, right? So I had to walk through the truth of that what I could control and what I couldn't control. And we're going to be doing that a lot this week because there are things you can control and there's things that you can't. Being educated, being empowered, being prepared, being supported, those are things you can control. And I am so happy that each and every one of you guys are here. Now, whether you're a Christian, whether you don't believe in that way and you believe in the universe or whatever it is that you believe in, we respect all people around here. One of the first things that you have to do if you join my membership is agree to no mom shaming. There are so many freaking rude people in this world that don't accept us. And that is not how we roll around here. But no matter what you believe, Ashley, Allison, Mackenzie, Em, Hannah, Laura, and I, the whole team, we know that you are here for a reason. Whether it is the meta gods who put my ad in front of your face, or you saw a post on Instagram, and you saw some weird reel that I did, you are here for a reason. And I want you to take advantage of that. There's not many opportunities that you're going to have to spend time with a birth doula, Allison, a postpartum doula, Ashley, both of whom are still breastfeeding their babies, and then me, an older mom with 7 kids, have given birth 6 times and 16 years of high risk labor and delivery experience. I'm the girl that checks you into triage. I'm the girl that walks you to your labor room. You get to pick my brain. And if you get in the Telegram group, I'm going to be in there all week. You can ask me your questions. Now, you guys have access to me this week. Every morning, I'm going to drop a meditation, a birth meditation, some affirmations, and some practical tools for you to use right now. This is like the most insane free experience ever. Obviously, we want you guys to join the birth classes, come hang out with us. It's a no-brainer. Your insurance company will reimburse you. But no matter what, no matter how short or long our encounter is, we want to empower you. Because here's the deal. Picture this, okay? 2005, I am orienting to labor and delivery. I have a mentor. She was amazing. She had been a labor and delivery nurse forever. At least at the time, I thought so. I don't even know if she's done it as long as I have at this point. And our patient was going back. She was laboring. I don't even remember what happened. She probably didn't need a C-section, but she ended up going back to the OR. And this chokes me up every time, you guys, because this was my first experience as a labor nurse, realizing just how deep rooted the issues are inside of the hospital birth experience. And the issue being women not being respected in the way they should, birth being made, whether it's a C-section or vaginal, I don't care. It's still your birth. And you have every right to be respected. You have every right to speak up, to ask questions, to be informed of everything that's happening. And in fact, that should be the most important thing we do. But my very first patient going back to a C-section, and I was orienting, I was still being mentored, my first C-section. So my nurse told me to stand in the corner and just watch, right? I didn't have to do anything because I didn't know what I was doing at that point. So I'm standing in the corner and I watched this mom who was my age, right? I was in my early 30s. She comes in, no one's really talking to her. I can see how afraid she is, right? And the team is hustling around because it wasn't a planned C-section. And they're hustling around doing their job. They get mom on the bed, they put her spinal in, they lay her down, and they strip her naked. And I remember I was a little uncomfortable, but I see this mom, her eyes are now like this. And if you've had a cesarean, you know what I'm talking about, right? So she's butt naked. The entire team is hustling around doing their things. Of course, it's her job. Like it's nothing to them. But for the rest of us to be butt naked in a room full of strangers is really disconcerting and shocking. And that's not how it should happen. And yes, they were doing their job and it had to be done. You have to be stripped naked for a C-section because we have to sterilize you. But where were the people telling her, hey, this is going to happen next? And I'm going to stand right here with you. You're not alone. And that moment, I was actually, I had a mask on and we had these like goggle things we had to wear. I'm like fogging them up because I'm crying, thinking how I would feel. And so that began this little nudge inside of my heart of this is not okay. Like she's a human. And so I'm going to share some stories over the course of the week, including my own first birth. But I'm going to share like real, like my ladies know, my students are here with us as well. They know I roll very transparent. So I'm going to talk about the things that changed me and made me decide to take all 16 years of my high risk labor and delivery experience. I've worked at some of the top facilities in the US and bring it into a birth course so that my students know as much as I know. And I can tell you right now, I get hundreds of DMs from students saying, the nurses thought that I was an OB nurse or something because I knew so much. That's what I want. I want you to know your rights. I want you to know the options, and I want you to have an empowered birth. Hence, why I'm doing a week of free mini birth classes. Obviously, I want you to come on inside the doors and let me finish up the education because I can't give you it all in 1 week, especially 30 minutes a day. But I want to empower you. I want to shake it up so that your birth is changed. Your daughter's births are changed because what you tell your daughters, what you tell your friends will be different than anyone else. I know that for a fact. There is no other birth program like mine. None. Nobody else breaks down the wall between the labor nurse and the patient. I'm going to give you all the goods. This week, I'm going to give you some tidbits, but I am so freaking excited that you guys are here. We have prayed, we have sent good thoughts over every single one of you. Each and every one of you are so important to us. My motto, the team's motto, is changing the birth culture one birth at a time. And I promise you, that is our goal. And I'm gonna head over here so I can see some of the comments. Yay, the chat is working. So here's, yes. So one of the ladies said, seen it so many times in my doula practice. Yes, yes. Okay, yes. And Ashley said, she said that the tapping has helped her so much. My team, you guys, life in general, it's heavy right now. It's hard. Our whole nation, we're hurting, we're anxious. And tapping will change everything for you guys. So here's what I want. If you're watching on YouTube, in the chat, tell me, what are you struggling with right now? What has got you anxious? What are you most afraid of? So that I can take some notes and I'll create some tapping scripts. And then if you're on YouTube, let's see, what did she say? She can't. Let me say, can't what? Let me ask Kimberly. Tell me what it is that you're saying you can't. And I'm going to go back over here. If you guys want to, we can continue this conversation in Telegram. So you can go get in bed, get some snacks, and lay down and we can chat. So I want to hear. And yes, my students, my moms are here and they're saying same thing. The tapping has changed everything. But this week, you guys are taking such a powerful step. I am proud of each and every one of you, and I'm so happy you're here. Okay, I'm going to send this welcome video out to everyone via email. So if you're watching the replay, shame on you for not coming live, but I know it's a weird time of night. And I know some of you guys are in other countries. If you guys have not changed or if you have not signed up for VIP, it is $27, you guys. It's a couple cups of coffee at Starbucks. Y'all know you waste $27 every time you go into Target. Join as a VIP. And here's why. We're going to hang out on Zoom. We're going to chat with you guys. You can ask me your questions face to face. My doulas will be on there, and we are going to just break things down. Tomorrow night, our class is all about fear. So after the class, I'm going to talk about tearing in detail. I'm going to talk about pushing. I'm going to talk about some of the big fears and how you can flip that mindset. And then Wednesday night, where our class is all about labor contractions, I'm going to break them down. We're going to flip the way you view them. And then at the VIP hangout, I'm going to give you guys some more in-depth practical tools. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I will see you guys all week. Show up, hang out with us, participate. You have access to a high-risk labor and delivery nurse. Trust me when I say there's no one else that you have this much close proximity to for free. So get in the Telegram group. You've gotten emails, you've gotten all the information. If you're watching this on YouTube and you're not registered, go to labornursemama.com/fearless. Get registered. This is going to be a buck wild birth week. Okay. And we'll probably have some babies born this week. We always have fearless birth babies. All right, you guys, have an amazing Sunday night. Go snuggle with your family. We'll see you tomorrow.